Let us first start with our first speaker, who is called as Rajesh Rout. His name is Rajesh Rout. He's a trainer, coach, a keynote speaker, MC, and an educator on soft skills. I'm really delighted to present him before you. He believes in transformation through training. He is a certified trainer to a prestigious organization in India, and we are delighted to you having Rajesh Rout. Are you there? Yes. Can we have him on Spotlight? Yes, he's there. Over to you, Rajesh. Go ahead.
Thank you, Vanya, for such a wonderful introduction. And namaskar, friends across the globe. You might be sleeping or would have been woken up or waiting for the session. Whatever it is, a warm welcome from Rajesh Rout and the entire team that is organizing this wonderful program. This program is about World Transformation Day, though it is tomorrow, but the kickstart starts from now. And I am the first speaker. So just imagine my plight. As they say, morning shows the day. So I will speak about health, and hence I have a instrument, though I'm not a doctor, but I work with a hospital. Yes, friends. So my topic is very personal in nature, but also it is something that not many people are aware that this problem exists in the world. So if I take your permission and share my screen as to what I'm going to present, allow me to do so. Friends, I have a transformation story, and the name written is Shraddha Rout. While Vanya introduced me as Rajesh Rout, who is Shraddha Rout? She is Shraddha Rout. They say pictures speak 1,000 words. I'm sure you must have heard. But Shraddha is someone who can't speak. Yes, friends. She cannot speak, and I am her fortunate father. And what it might have taken me to acquire this certificate from a government organization which says your daughter is 60% disabled. This is 60% disabled. And look at Shraddha, she doesn't know what is going on. We are for a disability certificate where she can't speak. She's smiling. Look at her picture. And this is my name. I'm her father. Now, first thing that comes to mind when you are told your child cannot speak, you don't accept that. As a parent, you don't accept that. What, my child can't speak? And who am I? I'm a communication trainer. I teach people how to speak. I teach people when to speak, how much to speak. And here is my own daughter who can't speak. And because she can't speak, so look at this. She has thumb impression. And Vanya just told my qualification. And this is some irony in life that we go through. Now, the talk today would be on this part, that what went through my life or our life, and what a normal autistic parents go through, the parents of autistic child go through. And then I will also talk about what is autism. So with your permission, I'll move to this aspect. I will read certain portion because I want to be as accurate as possible. Otherwise, it will be unfair on my part to speak something that you would like to take home and learning. Now, what is autism? It is a serious development disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and interact. And that's what Shraddha is. Though she looks fine, she eats well, she dresses up nicely like any other girl of her age, but she can't speak. So the doctors also told that you teach your child sign language, and then that will be fine. But I said, no, I don't want to teach my child sign language, because how many people will understand sign language? I will teach my child how to speak. Then the doctor said that is impossible. Your child can never speak. We are doctors, we are qualified in this line, and we know what we are saying. But as a father, I didn't want to accept that fact. I wanted to bring a transformation. And today we are talking about Transformation Day. But that was my emotion. My wife was a little worried. What is her husband saying to the doctor, challenging the doctor? But that's how I said, no, we'll do something which is impossible, but we'll try in the process, but we'll not teach our child sign language. Because we will teach our child sign language, we will learn sign language. How many other people around the world will teach sign language and our child can interact with them? So only thing that was left to me was teach her how to speak like a normal child, which was next to impossible. I said, let's take the most impossible aspect and then work towards it. And autism spectrum disorder impacts nervous system. It affects the overall cognitive, emotional, social, physical health of the affected individual. Meaning, if I'm the father of Shraddha and I cry for some reason, Shraddha will never understand why I'm crying. If I say I have pain, she will never understand what is a physical pain. If I say I have lost my job, she will not understand what is lost my job means. If I don't have money, she will not know what is that part. So she will understand I am her father, that's it. She will understand she is feeling hungry, that's it. She will understand she wants to sleep, that's it. But there are many things that I as a father, she as a daughter can't express. And that is the biggest challenge. And every first they do, what they do is they can't accept that my child is autistic. Second, they don't talk about it to others, not to their relatives, not to anyone. And they get into a cocoon. They don't speak about it. They suffer within, which is very, very uncalled for. I would highly recommend, don't feel bad about it. You have not done anything wrong. Speak about it. You never know from which side the help will come. And that's my message. And in every slide, I will tell what all we did to make Shraddha what she is today, the transformation story. And the range of severity in autism is wide. You can't say this is what autism is. No, there are so many things. It is first definitely difficult in communication, difficult in social interaction because they don't have eye contact. They don't look at people. They don't listen to people. Though their ears are perfectly fine, they don't look at, they listen, even if the person calling is their own family members. And they have obsessive interest. If they are doing certain things, they will continue to do certain things only. Suppose somebody wants to break something or jump or run, they will continue to do that. They'll not get tired. I am aware of a child who is 12-year-old now. Since birth, this child hasn't slept. Think about it. What might be going in the parent's mind and body that their child hasn't slept? We have tried making him run on the hills, swimming, cycling, but this child won't get tired and hasn't slept. This is also autism. And then many repetitive behavior like clapping or banging head or doing all kinds of uncalled for uh, behaviors they do. Moving on, the symptoms that we see, there are different kinds of symptoms: behavioral, developmental, cognitive, psychological. So in behavioral, they as the most important part is they don't want to mingle with anyone because they don't trust anyone. Shraddha doesn't mingle with any of her cousins, any of her relatives, nothing. She knows them, she likes them, but when they are in front of her, she will not mingle with them. But when they have gone, she will ask about that. Okay, now you will ask me how will she ask when she can't speak? We'll come to that. They have poor eye contact, yes, compulsive behavior, impulsivity, repetitive movements. They'll keep on doing same thing again and again. Okay, and at times they'll self-harm. They'll bang their head against the wall. They'll have persistent repetition of words. If someone is able to speak, they'll say the same words multiple times. Many people think they are mad, and that is so very wrong. They are not. Their nervous system is not sync with the brain, and hence they have to do this without their knowledge. Developmental learning disability. We know about dyslexia. If you have seen movie like Tare Zameen Par, their D and B they are same. 9 and 6 is same. 3 and 8 is same. 2 and Z is same. So they are unable to decipher what is what and what is not. So they have this problem, and hence we have to support them. We should not ridicule them or may look down upon them. And then definitely they have speech delay. Some people have speech delay, some people don't have any speech. So this also varies. Cognitive, they have interest on something very much, on something nothing, no interest at all. Somebody has interest on drawing, or somebody has interest on other craft works. Somebody has no interest at all. So they are least bothered what is happening in the world, and they're in their own world. They talk to themselves, or they are uh, they feel being alone is safe for them, like that. Psychological, unaware of others emotion and depression, that I was saying, that Shraddha won't know if I have a job or I don't have a job, or there is corona going on around the world. No emotion, nothing. Somebody dies in the family, they don't understand what is death and all that. And then common part is anxiety, change in voice, sensitivity to sound. During Diwali, we have tough time because Shraddha is very scared of those cracker sound, and so we don't know where to go. In India, everywhere they celebrate Diwali, and thankfully this Diwali, when we had Corona, the sound was less, so Shraddha had a peaceful Diwali, I would say, celebration. But sound is definitely very disturbing. Now, treatment. Um, when we diagnosed, we discovered that Shraddha has autism in 2010, and then doctors told your child can never speak. I had no idea where to go, what to do. No idea. Trust me, till today also, many parents have the same dilemma. And in 10 years back, it was further worse. And then those days we were in Bangalore, and we were taken for a ride by many doctors, and they took huge money, maybe half of my annual salary, and result was zero, because they would put Shraddha to sleep without doing anything. And we would think that, okay, she's going through some treatment and all that, but Shraddha would sleep in the night. The reason is because she has already slept in the therapy center. And then time passed, money went to waters, but there was no improvement. So the first thing that I will tell here is, the takeaway from this slide is, autism is not a disease. Because it is not a disease, so there's no medicine. Autism is a disorder. Because it is a disorder, so all we need is a therapy. And hence we have to find the right kind of therapy. Now, the first thing that comes is anger management. Friend, just imagine, I seal your tongue. I don't let you write anything. And then I ask you to communicate with me. You have so many emotions to express, but now your tongues are tied, your hands are tied. How will you communicate? Now, these children, they are naturally like that. They don't have ability to communicate, but they have emotion to communicate. And because they cannot communicate, they get angry. And because they get angry, they throw things, they pinch you, they push you, they hit you. Because being my parent, why don't you understand that I'm hungry, or I want to sleep, or I want to go to toilet, whatever it is. And hence we have to understand why the child is angry, and then control that part and focus on those areas which made this child angry, and then help the child come out of that aspect. So the child will never be angry. And as a parent, we have to change ourselves, transform ourselves to a totally a special parent, I would say. I wouldn't call the child a special, but a parent is special. Okay, now let's, because the word special has come, let me also touch upon this part, special. The reason why people call some kids like this as special is, in the 70s, 1 in a million, meaning 1 in 10 lakh child was a autistic child. In 1970s, 1 in 1 million. Coming to 2014, the numbers increased. In every 1,000, 53 children were autistic. Every 1,000. When we talk about 2021 World Transformation Day, every 7 child born today, 1 is born with developmental disorder or disability. 1 in every 7. And hence, we have to be aware that this kind of population will now grow. So are we ready? Is our healthcare system so ready to tackle these kind of problems? And to tackle the parents who are young people, they marry and they have such nice dream about life, and they are blessed with a beautiful, wonderful child. And then the child, out of every 7, 1 child is autistic. So we have to make our society also ready for that. Earlier, there was no ramp in the hospital. The patient were carried. Now there's ramp, and then they can go in wheelchair and all that. So slowly, we are evolving. I'm sure with these kind of discussions, we will evolve and accommodate our autistic children. Government has also brought in some special norms in reservation as far as job and other things are concerned. I'll also speak how talented these kids are. Okay. Now, family therapy. Family therapy is very, very important, because whichever therapy center you go, they only give you 1 hour or 45 minutes. These are very expensive affair. But family is the place where the child stays for a longer time, and hence the family as a team have to work with the child. What happens really is, father blames the mother, mother blames the father, father-in-law, mother-in-law, own father, own mother, they blame each other that the child is like this. So they fight amongst themselves instead of focusing on child's development. And that's where the child loses the opportunity to grow. And this is where family should come together, support each other to support the child who has no fault that he is born this way. Then we have applied behavior therapy. This also helps a child learn certain significant skills. They bring in positive behavior and all that. Applied behavior therapy is also used for many other purposes. Suppose someone is smoking. I want to remove that smoking behavior from the person and induce something else. And this applied behavior therapy is introduced. Similarly, a child, suppose someone is banging head or someone is pinching, so we have to do something that the child will not do that. Shraddha, for the same reason that she was unable to communicate, she was pinching. Entire body, I had those pinch marks with somewhere blood coming out, somewhere skin coming out, all these. So I had to do something different. What will she do with her hand? So I brought in a viscous silicone sand so that she can play with it. So whenever she is angry, we'll give that sand and she'll play. And that helped. And then she reduced this, because now we cannot punish her for she pinching us. She's pinching us basically because we have not understood what she wants and how she wants. And hence, it took us time to understand actually what is going on in her mind. So we were also growing along with Shraddha to do what she actually, or to cater her. At the same time, we also understood why she is not speaking. And then, though this study was not there in front of me, I tried to understand what makes a child speak and why is Shraddha not speaking. I understand autism and all that. Doctor has told she cannot speak. Then, as a father, whatever possible I did, and I understood that there is a sensory problem, meaning the senses are not connected properly. When a child is born, after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, the child is given proper massage with oil, with haldi, with all possible their dadis, nanis, and ayas. They give proper massage. Some people need more massage, like Shraddha, because they're having sensory problem. But by the time we realized Shraddha is autistic, she was already 4 year old. So early intervention is very, very important. The sooner we know, the sooner the treatment starts, meaning the therapy starts. But by the time Shraddha reached 5 or 6 years and we understood sensory is a major problem, so now these haldi and oil won't work. Now what will work? Sandpaper. Yes, friends, sandpaper that is used to polish wood to give that softness. And so we had to rub sandpaper on Shraddha. It was very painful for a parent to see that, but that was the bitter pill that we had to take. She would cry, and then we will convince ourselves that that is needed. And the coir mat that we use for foot mat, that was wrapped around her body for hours together so that her senses get activated, because her nerves are not that soft and smooth that it was when she was 3 months old. Now she's 5 years old. So we had to change the gear as far as her therapies are concerned. There are studies, animal assisted therapy, meaning a child can play with a cat or a dog and all that. We brought a dog, but Shraddha was not very friendly with the dog. She didn't like the touch and dog coming close to her. So the dog is, though part of a family, but not a friend of Shraddha. So we respect Shraddha's preferences, and this is how. So we tried doing all possible aspects to ensure that Shraddha becomes normal. And then we put Shraddha to the normal school instead of a special school, because Shraddha had very good observation power. So if she sees a normal child, she will behave like a normal child. And that's the reason why we put her normal school. Though it was not age appropriate, as we speak today, she is 14-year-old, but she goes to class fourth. Goes to in the sense, she's in fourth because of Corona. She doesn't go to school, but she misses her school. Now, whom to look out for when you know that one has a autistic child? Speech therapist. Speech therapists are the people who treat people with speech and language problems. So they have oromotor skills. They work on this part and jaw and other things, and then they help if there is any problem this side. Then occupational therapist, because these kids are special, so we have to ensure that they live their life independently. So we have to teach them toilet mannerism, and she being girl, she has some other complications in life and all that. Can she manage that? Then we have to give her occupational therapy. And then clinical psychologists are required if there is genuinely any mental disorder. I have not come across any child who is really having a mental disorder. They might have other development areas, but still we have clinical psychologists who treats the mental part. And then there are definitely some neurological problems. So for that we have neurologist who treats nervous system, and then the child is perfectly fine. But all are not that lucky, because it's a genuinely a different kind of problem. And then we have psychiatrists, and but for me the best psychiatrist is parents and the family. And then we have pediatrician who do their job. But trust me, these doctors don't come into picture as far as I have seen this uh, disorder from very close quarter from last 10, 11 years. And the primary care providers, they do uh, like babysitting and other stuff, and they diagnose, they help a parent to come over this. So they make sure that you are not alone as a parent. We are also with you, and this is how it is. And in the process of uh, uh, taking care of Shraddha, so this is a transformation. When a caterpillar become a beautiful butterfly, why can't my Shraddha not become a wonderful girl, can speak and all that? So I possibly did everything possible. And then we did her sensory integration, we did behavior therapy, ABCD. Then I also made sure that this portion of her, then she should speak more. The story is long, but time is short, so I can't explain all that. But if you see Shraddha today, uh, she has definitely, uh, she is ready to now rock the world with her helmet on. She's on a ready for a bike ride. This is what Shraddha is doing. I will share one video of Shraddha so that Shraddha's new skill, drawing. All these are sketch pen.
Rajesh, we are not able to
All color combination are her own
see the video.
process, her own planning.
Can you stop the slide and then play the video?
Wow, Shraddha. Is it visible now?
No.
Open the video, click on screen share.
Shraddha's new skill, drawing. All these are sketch pen. All color combination are her own
We are only able to see the list.
her own planning.
Change the screen share. Change the screen share.
Wow, Shraddha. कितने सुंदर. Wow. Beautiful.
Stop this. Change screen share, Rajesh ji.
Wow.
Folder is appearing. Change the new share. Yeah.
Rajesh, uh, just open that video you will see, then do screen share and then select that video. Last time you did no same way.
Sorry, I think we will not show that. But what I wanted to tell that Shraddha speaks now, and the transformation is if you have decided to change something with your heart involved in it, you can transform anything. If I can make my mute child speak and speak what she wants, when she wants, and convey that to me, that is more than enough. So the journey hasn't finished yet. I'm still working on her. I'm trying to teach her time, trying to teach her money, trying to teach her calendar. That is my this year's target. And once she learns that, then I'll teach her something else next year. And as long as I'm alive, I'll keep on teaching. And I also ensure I counsel parents around me in my city who have autistic children, and I want them to not lose heart but have faith. And if they have faith, I'm sure they will have their own target, their child coming back to life very soon as they want. So that's about me, and this is my details. This is my name, this is my phone number. I have a website, and I make some YouTube channels, YouTube videos also. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Mr. Rajesh Rout, for this wonderful insight. Over to Satyajyoti.
Yes, many good people have painful backstories, so which is so hard to compare. Still, they are happy, like Rajesh said. So I am very thankful to for emotional and very helping nature. So thank you Rajesh ji. Now